Okay friends, got 2005 Toyota Sequoia. It's our personal family vehicle, our four-wheel drive vehicle. Doing a CV axle assembly replacement, so both CV axles on the front end. I replaced the brakes a couple weeks ago and realized that both boots on the inner were completely torn out. All the grease had been gone, so I got online, ordered from Parts Geek, these TRQ. I've used these parts before, they're pretty good. Pretty amazing that you can get two complete axles for $185, and they're really high quality. So I started out obviously replacing taking the tire and the wheel off. This is the hub where the axle nut was. So, before you get started, you have this cap in place. Remove the cap. I just used an old wood chisel, went around the cap about 5 different times, and the cap came right out. Have an air impact wrench from Harbor Freight, 35 millimeters, took the center nut off, and the axle was moving freely inside, so I knew I was in good shape. But man, I just needed to get the spindle out of the way. But you can tell the brakes and stuff are still on. So what I did is remove the 4 lower bolts from the lower ball joint, 17 millimeter. They came right out. When those come out, the axle slides right out. The spindle comes out and back out of the way. And I just use a zip tie down there to zip tie it to the tie rod. To zip tie it back. You can leave the brakes and everything on. I actually like leaving the brakes on better because it helps, not to pinch the lines. This upper 10 millimeter for the speed sensor, I took it out to give it some slack. And then push the axle right out. I've already done the other side, but one thing I was really surprised at was actually removing the axle from the differential. I had bought, let's see if I can see it. I'd bought this big pry bar for Harbor Freight because I thought I would have to pry it out and I'd get that, quick snapping motion and snap that ring loose. But what I realized, I didn't have to use that. What I realized is that this axle, there's about an inch of play. You can see inch of play in that CV joint right there. If you pull it back quick enough, quick snap, it'll pull and snap that retaining ring loose on the inside of the differential. So you don't ever have to use that pry bar at all. You just snap it out, a quick pull, that 1 inch slack in the CV joint allows it to pop right out. And then just, wipe both axle seals. I wipe the seals on the inside of the bearing before I put it together. Wipe the seals up in the differential. Just be prepared. Maybe a pint of differential oil will come out when you pull that. But man, super simple, maybe about 30 minutes each side. I'm really surprised at how well this goes. And as usual, I'm really proud of Toyota because these cats design these vehicles to be worked on. And they know that these parts will have to be replaced. So really simple procedure, and I'll take a couple pictures at the end if need be. Thank you. Bye.